6 weeks, we had to gain their trust. We had to find tools and ways of how we could integrate them, because none of them really knew each other.
You feel like you've achieved so much and given sort of your life to them, which is amazing and really special.
These group of kids that are all slightly different come together to see the world as one.
Yes, we're dancers and yes, we're dancing, but the human is the most important thing, the human before the dancing.
For me, it was one of the most, I would say, the best thing I've done in my career this far. My name is Glenn Graham and I am the resident artist for Matthew Bourne's New Adventures.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We got given a wonderful task, a wonderful opportunity to collaborate with Dance United Yorkshire to create a piece in response to Swan Lake, training them up in the methodology of New Adventures storytelling.
My name's Abby. I work for Dance United Yorkshire as projects manager, and I do a lot of sort of the pastoral wraparound care for the young people, do a lot of the recruitment, I do a lot of the home visits, so a lot of the time we go and visit the young people that come in our projects, just so we build that relationship with family. So we worked on a 6-week project working with around 20 young people. These young people came from lots of different places, lots of different backgrounds, different services and organisations in and around Bradford. And then we got a few young people from sort of leaving care, organisations that look after and work with young people that maybe are not engaging in school. And the young people spent 6 weeks every single day working on that piece. To perform in a professional theatre.
Here, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, strong. Now when you get to this one and you point, you've got to look strong in that moment. It can be small steps, but you need to step together.
I think why
small,
we're doing it because we never really
small, yes. So let's do that now. On projects like this, seeing the journey of the participants and that I've been working with, I take so much from it, and I think it's partly because I think being on the other side of someone who does go through and has gone through processes similar to them, that sitting on the other side of that, I can empathise with what they might be going through at different times. Our job is to create a room, when they walk into the room, that they feel safe and they feel challenged to an extent, that they start to feel confident. We're working on building that and instilling that in them through a very small piece, and actually it's through dance. Like, it's dance. Dance has the power to do that, and I think that's what amazes me. I think in my own journey, I think it felt like a real unlocking. Like when I left home and I moved to London and I was starting dance training, I was doing it full out. I hadn't felt like I was really very good at anything. Dance was always there. And I think part of this community work and working with people like Glenn, they are showing me ways to engage with young people that I wish I'd had.
Okay, so your first entrance, Ramina will be in the wing, paging. There's a black curtain in the wing for your first entrance. Ramina will be paging that wing when you come on for your first diagonal. Shall we show you it?
I think there are a lot of parallels with the young people that I work with in Bradford to myself, especially with my upbringing. Theatre wasn't really, well, it wasn't part of my life growing up. I felt very connected to it because I wanted to give back to something that I never had. A lot of these young people are going home to challenging situations, so when they come to this space, then we want to make sure that actually this is a space where you can just like be free and let yourself go a little bit.
When we have projects, a lot of the time the first week can be disruptive, and we always find it's the most difficult week, and that's why we're very, very careful in how we plan our lessons. The way we place the young people in the space, the games they play, the choreography that we set, we always make sure on the first day that everybody can achieve anything.
Yes, and then
We weren't ready for
5, 6, and then back 7, 8.
Oh, so that's
From the top. Ready?
It is about building the trust, and it is about going in there and, you know, implementing confidence. So if we can do that in 6 weeks, can you imagine what we can do in a year with this one particular group? And they would come in and they go, oh, I don't want to go home, I want to stay here, this is what I want to do. I felt like my calling, and so it was really special.
Usually, day one, they walk in and they can't even say their name. with confidence. I think the magic of that whole thing really was watching how dance can bring out something in each of them that might be different. So it can be confidence, it may be problem solving, it could be leadership and understanding. You know, they're just trying to figure out who they are.
My name's Liv. Shows like that where it's a group of people and you see everyone else's perspective of the world change because they're all working together. We're all in one space and it's like, okay, we're all doing this dance and you get to see it come to life. Being the black swan, being the odd one out, it's normal, it's how you feel in it. I think it's a sense of belonging, like that you're able to connect with somebody who's going through something different to you, but you're connecting through this dance. The feelings within the rehearsal studios, I think at the beginning was more, I think it was fear that everyone had, thinking, how am I going to be able to perform with you when I don't know you? But then obviously as time goes on, you build these bonds with people, you get along with people in and outside of places, you make these friends. So then you kind of open up about everything.
There was a moment on the project we had a young girl that we hadn't worked with before. She missed quite a lot of the first week. She always used to say, oh, it's not for me, I don't like this. But then she'd always still turn up. And I always say, if people are turning up, even though they say they don't want to be there, that's how you know they do want to be there. She was unbelievable on stage, but it just took her that time to turn up every day and believe in herself.
A moment I had when I felt like it wasn't going to go right was probably like the first time we did a dance rehearsal of like a section without the music, because people realise they rely on the music a lot, which is very important in dance, is your music, but it's also knowing your beats and your timings. But luckily, like, no one left the room, no one kind of puffed and puffed. They kind of just like calibrated in a sense, recounted, and then just continued on. Everyone had the same feelings of, okay, I'm scared to do this, but I'm excited to do that. And I think they're the best two feelings, or the most two common feelings most people have before going on stage.
I think why it's so important is that dance, and I'm not saying dance is the only way, but it's another way in which you can get through to someone.
Just seeing how that's transformed their life from when they first started the project until the end, and seeing their potential and seeing how much they grew was for me the highlight of the whole project.
Getting through to them with dance, reaching a point that they feel this sort of like, I did it. You're going to feel so proud of yourself at the end of that day. You're going to feel so proud of each other. You're going to feel that connection. Everyone is so deserving of that feeling. We are a small part of their hopefully long and brilliant journey.
Dance is just freeing, but once you've done it, it's more like, okay, now what's next? It can open doors for people.
When we first started the project, it felt like there was so many barriers, and I feel like we pushed through them. We smashed the barriers wide open, and I think that was, for me, the icing on the cake. It was just like, okay, job done in a way. Seeing them perform on that stage in front of a live audience was magical.
Watching the journeys play out for the people that I've just worked with, like knowing them and then seeing them achieve something like that on a stage, brilliant.
A lot of people don't understand the impact of dance on young people, and actually everybody dances in life. All young people deserve to have opportunities and deserve to have adventures and do what they dream of, and I think when they do something like our projects with Dance United Yorkshire and New Adventures, it's a chance for them to start their journey.
For me, the feeling of seeing my family in the stands looking for me, I can't describe the feeling that I have when they see me. I feel so much joy within. It's like this little, couple seconds when I see them, before they've seen me, that just gives me this little warm feeling.
Even when we tell stories through movement and dance, it's their voices, it's not just ours. We're not telling them what they need to say, but it's their voices, it's their movement and their stories that they can tell. For them to use their voices and feel like they're loved in the world.